Yeah, this is a woman that would agree to the whole. She the premise is she's no coffee date, so she will definitely be the part of the group of women that won't do the Cheesecake Factory, don't won't do all the you know low investment dates. Definitely, she won't be into that. So let's check it out.
So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. Now, I understand that some women like this or prefer this because it's a quick turnaround, 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't like him, you can get out of there. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, for me, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking in Sky, and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days.
You know, this is the thing, right? It's crazy that it's a rule, okay? But this is the thing. I mean, she's a pretty woman, right? And this is the thing where I believe this is a lot of black women, at least a lot of modern single black women who are pricing themselves out of the dating market. You are just wanting a specific type of man. And not just, and this is not personality type, it's more money type. So you look at her, right? She's decent looking, but she probably is the type of woman that is looking for the man through his wallet, right? So this is the thing where, fine. I mean, you do you, right? You do what's best, what you think is best for you. But don't be surprised that you are literally pricing yourself out of the dating market. You are making the dating market hard for you. You're making dating hard for you by only seeing a specific type of men. Okay? Again, it's not the money, it's not the personality type, it's money type. So I just think it's ridiculous. And this idea of standards. A coffee date is what you think is part of standards, but not the type of man, right? Not the moral, not the character, not the personality, but you you qualify coffee dates, low investment dates as part of your standards. It's ridiculous.
And he started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be, you can be nice about it. But I let's just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What?
You can get dressed up for drinks. I mean, you're meeting a person. I mean, like, why can't you get dressed up for? I mean, unless you want thinking about like, let me wear a gown, or like, I don't know, like a banquet dress. I don't. I mean, come on, it's like you could dress up nice for a drink date.
Type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try, all sorts of different budgets. Okay, it ranges.
And remember that, right? Places she wanted to try. Women are essentially using men for experiences. Really. Right? Look at this, right? There's no telling. And I did a video on this, right? If you gave her a good experience, right? Like oh my god, these are fun. It's amazing, all that shit. There's no telling that experience would lead to anything more. So that experience, like you gave her like the best night, right? Fun and all that shit. But she could say, there's no vibe, there's no chemistry. But it was an amazing date. It was an amazing fun date. Okay. But yet that it led him nowhere. So a man puts that effort in, the time in, the money in, and it led him nowhere. You think that like men are dying for experiences. They're not. Right? Men go on dates for a purpose. Either sex or relationship. Dates like just an experience gets him neither. So really, what's the point? It's pretty much you're using him. So that's why a lot of men see that there's no benefit. There's absolutely zero benefit in modern day dating now. At least for the average men, right? Men that, let's say, see, this is the thing, right? There are type of men that, one, you don't even need a date with him and you would jump his bones. Those type of men, right? Those type of men. And the second type of men where, you know what, you're not that attracted to him, or, you know, he doesn't like rock your boat look wise or personality wise. So, but you give him a chance to change your mind. Those type of men requires multiple dates to change your mind. While the other type of men could just require a date, a few conversations, and boom, he probably get it. So this is the thing where men seem like, okay, what's the point? What's really the point of all this, you know, run around where I'm not gonna get anything from it?
From like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city, so he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise. So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So my thing is, I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you to see if you are worth an actual dinner.
The dating is an audition. This is the thing where women don't understand. This is the problem, right? Women are using dates. Like I said, women are using dates, using men for experiences. They're not trying to like, oh, you know, if I do vibe with this man, if I do like this man, great. I could try more dates. But you know what? If I don't like this man, at least I had an experience. I gave him a list of places I wanted to try out. So at least I'm gonna have an experience. No, there's no like throughout the whole thing. There's no, oh, I want to get to know this man. I want to see if I like this man, if I could, you know, be with this man. No, here's the list of places I want to try out. I want to have an experience. And here's the woman saying, oh, an audition. Yes, he doesn't know you from the lick of dirt. You don't know it. This is the thing, right? So, okay, do women just sleep with men just randomly? Is she going to just sleep with him that night? No. She will say that, I don't even know you. Why would I sleep with you? Exactly. This is the thing where women just like, they use side languages, right? Words that mean one thing, but they're not thinking about that thing, right? So saying like, I don't know you. Essentially, you should be auditioning if you qualify for sex from her. So, logically, you should think that you should be auditioning if you qualify for more of an investment from him. But see, look at this, right? Fine, she doesn't want a coffee date. Great. And yet, if you go on a dinner date that you are the one who's saying, let's do, I want to try out. That's not what you're not doing that, right? You don't want to split you don't want to split the cost of that. But these are the places you want to try out, not him. So really, it's like, he's not the one who's like, oh, I want to go to these places. So really, what's the benefit for him? He would not have gone to these places if you didn't say it. So really, it's for you. He's doing it for you. So, is this essentially what you want? Well, then why not you pay for it?
This is the thing for me. Like, I know men. The number one thing men are judging you off of is your looks, right? When they see you, they meet you, they're gonna be like, okay, how beautiful is she? Is she put together? Do I find her attractive, right? That's the number one thing. Your personality may come second, sure, but the first thing is how you look, right? So with that in mind, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer costs $32.
The audacity. Are you using that 32 bottle of makeup that one night? Are you just splattering all that makeup on you one night? Are you buying clothes for that one night and then you're throwing it away? This is the ridiculous of women. You are not buying things specifically for that one night. So really, that cost that you are saying, which women are doing this so much, which is unbelievable. You're not buying this bottle of makeup for that one date and throwing it away. You're not. So really, what's the point of bringing it up? I can say that, okay, well, my shirt I have to pay for, my pants, any jewelry, my glasses, the date, the drive to the date, okay, the car that I have. So, like, if you want to pile life expenses, then fine. But really, the expenses she probably going to keep on going into, that was not because of that date, okay? That was, you just have it, okay? Those are the things you use to doll yourself up. But you would doll yourself up for another man's date. Yeah, so really, it's like, this is the audacity. You would doll yourself up. You know, you would use that same bottle of makeup to go out with your girlfriends. Are you charging your girlfriends, right, the money for you using that bottle of makeup? No. It's just the ridiculousness of women.
Okay? Why would I put on a full face of expensive makeup, do my hair, make sure my nails are done, make sure there's no hair on my body, and then come and spend 2 hours of my time talking to you for an $8 coffee or a $16 cocktail? Be oh so for real. Let's take.
But see, that's the thing, right? The way she looks now, if she's not, I mean, like, if this is her, like, at least low makeup, men will still be attracted to her. It's like she make it seem like she needs to do other stuff. I mean, like, no hair. It's like is he going down on her right away? Is she gonna raise her armpit to him? I mean, like, you kidding me? She could go like that, and a lot of men will be fine with it. The coffee date, men know that, let me see you. If you want, you can doll up, or let me just see you at your natural state. And then let me just get to know you. She said it, right? Yes. Men care about beauty. They do. But most men, or at least that I know of, they care about your natural looks. I've seen what makeup can do to a woman, right? Hell, I've seen what makeup can do to a man. So really, it's not needed, okay? It's really not. It could be a plus, but that's not in demand. It's not in demand, okay? You don't have to go makeup crazy. You could wear something simple. Men would like to see you on your natural beauty. So they know that, okay, when I wake up with a woman, when I wake up with you by my side, I know what I'm getting with. Okay? That's the thing. I've been catfished before, okay? Kind of, right? Where I've seen one image, and then in person, totally different. So, yeah, I want to see you at your this is the thing where just let me see you at your most natural state. You don't have to go, I mean, you don't have to, you could do a little bit of makeup, right? Do something cheap, I guess. But you don't need to go crazy. The point of the coffee date, right? For men that offers coffee date is to get to know you. That's the meaning of a date.
Even deeper. When women go out with a man that they do not know, they take a huge risk. Men are crazy, okay? Do you watch the news? Like 1 in 5 men are violent. He could unalive you. He could RAPE you. He could.
That's not real. 1 in 5 men. And it's like the audacity, the insanity. Literally using terrible instances. Why you what? Okay, so let's say this, right? So really, okay, men can do terrible things to you. So you assume that if you go on a dinner date, he is not able to do terrible things to you? Is that what? You you correlate a difference between he could do something terrible to you on a coffee date, but he can't do anything terrible to you on a dinner date. Where's the logic in that? Let's say you're going out with a man that is like absolutely dangerous. So you're saying that that dangerous man could do something with you to you on a coffee date, but he can't do something to you on a dinner date. There's no logic with women.
Stalk you, he could harass you if he feels like it. Like, it is very dangerous, extremely dangerous. When you go out with a man, you have to share your location with your mom and your friend. You have to send a screen recording of his Hinge profile and the conversation that you guys had so that if you go missing, they have context. You have to text your friend every half an hour while you're with him to let her know that you haven't been beheaded. You have to take an Uber. So
seriously, I mean, like, I honestly, this is the thing, right? I do not discredit the danger women have because of men, but it's like she's making it. This is the thing, right? I'm sorry, right? If women feel this so scared of men, I honestly, truly believe that women should just go gay, go lesbian, because this is ridiculous. But I cannot see the correlation of everything she just said from a dinner date to a coffee date. Where's that even, like, how's those two go along with each other?
that he doesn't know what kind of car you have, and just in case he's crazy. And then when you get home, you have to text somebody to tell them that you made it home alive. Men aren't doing that. They don't have to worry when they meet a woman that they do not know that their lives will be in danger. Quite the contrary, men benefit from just being seen with you in public, okay? If you are beautiful, poised, well-dressed, it reflects well on him. People look at him and they think, oh wow, he must be the man. Ooh, he probably has money. You know what? He's probably a good guy if he can pull her. And this is especially so if you are more attractive than him. If he's fugly or he's overweight or he's short, they're like, oh yeah, he must have money in order to be able to pull a baddie like that. So my thing is, like, what's in it for
a coffee date, right? Or dinner date. That's not going to give him the clout, right? You being by his side is ain't going to give him a clout that you're assuming that men want. I mean, it's like you're conflating things. You're assuming that, okay, fine, let's say this, right? Yeah, I mean, if you are a beautiful woman and he's an average to below average man, okay, he may get some, I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, there are some men that, yeah, they get a kind of a rub or a bit of recognition, I guess, because he has a beautiful woman on his arm. Great. But that's a girl that he has continuously. You going on a coffee date, you go on a dinner date with a man one time, that ain't changing his life. Okay? That's not giving him, Instagram clout. He's not taking a picture of you and him and posting it on Instagram. So really, this is what I'm saying. Like pure delusion from top to bottom. It's unbelievable. And she's just saying a whole lot of things that don't even make sense, right? They don't correlate with each other. You just said the man is dangerous, right? Going on a date with a man is dangerous. And now you're saying that, okay, he benefits from going out with you. So you're trying to say that you have no benefit from going out with him. So you're trying to make a benefit, right? which is an expensive date or a date that you want and that he has to pay for. But you're assuming that, okay, he's going to go out with you, so he's benefiting it because you're beautiful, right? And he's going to benefit from your beauty. I've said it. All men care about is either they're going to have sex with you or they're going to be in a relationship with you. They do not care that you are drop dead gorgeous and you're going out on one date with them. A man that cares about one date is a stupid man. Because that you just wasted your time and money on that one date that went nowhere. Really. How many one dates I've had that I wish I could just grab back my money? Because it led nowhere. So it didn't change. It didn't change my life for any kind of benefit. I didn't gain no clout from it. And most of the girls I date were, about average or better looking than me. So I didn't gain no clout from that shit. Ridiculous.
For women, we've already spent more money than you by just putting our makeup on. We're in danger.
You spent it on yourself.
You're like, what's in it for us? So then all of that, plus this man is a pharmacist. Okay, you mean to tell me you make upwards of $150,000 per year, but you can't take me to $120 to maybe $200 dinner, 2 drinks, an appetizer, 2 entrees, and a dessert? Like, and that kind of thing. Look, men are supposed to be on their best behavior when they're doing a first interaction with a woman. Like, that is when they are at their absolute best. So if he's being cheap now for a first interaction, he's gonna be cheap on your birthday. He's gonna be cheap on Christmas. Like, that kind of thing, that only gets worse. It never gets better. That is the type of man that's going to want you to work full time, pay half the rent when you guys move in together, do the majority of the housework because he doesn't want to hire a housekeeper, raise the kids, plan most of the things, and then after you do your 16-hour shift of labor, he's going to want you to be happy and sexy for him for his pleasure that night. Like, that's the kind of life you're looking at. So you know what? Good for this man for asserting his boundary. He did it very nicely, and it showed me what his attitude or approach is when it comes to dating new women, and ultimately it gave me the opportunities to choose, and I have my boundaries too, so I chose to not accept it. And so I didn't respond or anything. I didn't bargain with him or try to justify anything. I just quietly unmatched him because I wasn't gonna let him play in my face. But obviously if you're on TikTok, this is not irregular discourse. This is very popular. The Red Pill podcast men are always talking about all of these things. So it's not uncommon. Men are trying to get away with this these days. They're trying to see what they can do. They're trying to get at you for less than $20. Okay, so the pharmacist tried.
Women will try to get the most out of you, while men will try to spend the least. Okay, that's how it is, right? The least amount of effort is the most beneficial. It's just how, you know what? Let's keep it real, right? Women will try to take as much out from you as possible. That's just how it is. Right? Men, if you are smart, you will try to do the least as possible. Because the more you spend, the more resources you spend on someone that you might not even have a future with, the less you have for the one that you may have a future with. So really, it don't make sense for you to spend, for this pharmacist to spend money on this woman when most likely she will not go on multiple dates with this man or be with this man for the future. And this is the thing what I'm saying, right? Women are pretty much essentially pricing themselves out of the dating market, which is, it's fine, right? Supposedly she has her standards, so it is what it is, but they're essentially doing that, right? Pricing themselves out of the dating market because of their supposed high standards, okay? Their high standards are supposed standards. But, I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. Yeah.
to give me a coffee date on a Friday. Saturday, a surgeon took me to a beautiful dinner with a view. The next day after that, this other man took me to this food event where the tickets were $250 because he wanted us to have VIP. So
the pharmacist should have been included in that roster of hers, right? That dating roster. It's like she's literally telling men why you shouldn't do that. Why you shouldn't act like the surgeon and the other guy. Literally, she had multiple dates lined up for men to spend on her for her experiences. None of those men she's dating. So really, these men that's spending money on her, they have no results. Unless she's giving an ass to them, right? I mean, you could just pay a worker for that. But I mean, like, because you're not, it's like ridiculous. Like, she's literally saying why men shouldn't do what she's saying.
Don't feel scarce about it, because there are plenty of men, there are a plethora of men that would be more than happy to show you a good time. So never settle. Date until you find the best man for the job, and you got this. That's my TED Talk for the day. You didn't ask, but I felt like
it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Women like this is, whatever, right? It is what it is. I cannot predict the future, but I can tell you this, right? I've done many of, Kendra G videos, or I've seen many of other TikTok videos, many other social media videos of women older than her, right? And decent looking, but lived the life or had the same standards that she had. And they're still in the dating market. So, she's a pretty woman. I'm not saying she can't get a man. She definitely can. Will she get the man that she wants? That is always the question, right? And it's a question that there's a good deal of women not having an answer to. So, what do you guys think?